Hello, it's Rob here from Woodward English. How is everyone? Today is just a relaxed conversation. That's what we normally do with these, just a relaxed conversation. How is everyone? I see that Javier has gone to get a cup of coffee too. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Axel. How is everyone? How was your week? How has your week been? Is this the first live video? No, I've done many live videos. Let's go. I just want to change the screen here. Here we go. No, I've done many live videos. Sometimes we play games. Sometimes we play games like once a month. Like we play some interactive games. This is a conversation that we're conversation activity that we're doing. So every week, we do it every week, just about every week. Sometimes I'm a little bit busy, but every week. And it's, just relax. You don't understand anything, Axel, don't worry. This level for today is a conversation from intermediate level and up, okay? So let's go see. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, DJ, fine. I'm having a good time here, just relaxing. It is Saturday morning here in New Zealand. I'm from New Zealand. I don't know if you can see my shirt. There's a map of my country. And it says New Zealand. And we live in the future. It's Saturday here. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and for many of you it's Friday afternoon, Friday evening. How are you all? Ibrahim, how's it going? How are you? I'm going fine, thank you. So today we're going to look at, that way. We're going to look at this question here, which is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Now, I have something here for you. Yeah, I've watched videos of Jacinda Ardern. Yeah, she's the Prime Minister. Because here, okay, let me just change my screen. Okay, I just want to write something. So, over here. So, in many countries, you have a president. But in England, here in New Zealand, we have a Prime Minister. Okay? And the Prime Minister is like the leader of our country. England has a Prime Minister. Pretty sure Australia does. Many countries has a Prime Minister. But the rest of the world has a president. And yes, Jacinda Ardern is our Prime Minister. Yep, she's done a good job with the current situation of the last year or so, which is quite good. Okay, so that's her job. I wonder when Jacinda Ardern, when she was a child, if she wanted to be a Prime Minister when she was younger, or if it happened. Do any of you want to be a president or a prime minister when you were younger? Yeah. Oops. Okay, just getting comfortable. I do understand Spanish, Axel, but I don't speak it I don't speak Spanish in these live lessons because people here are from all over the world. Hello, Glider. So good you could come along. Axel's in Mexico. Hablo español, pero en estas lecciones hablo siempre en inglés. Just so you know. Just said that I do speak Spanish, but these are all in English because people are from all over the world. Hello, Patricia. How's it going? So it's relaxed conversation. It's nothing formal. I say hello to everyone. Now, what we're going to talk about. Oh, Rasad is also here. Okay, I'm gonna put a link here, which I will show you in a moment. I'm doing fine. I want Javiera. My first reading, I said I wanted to be a computer. I'm like, what? But you wrote carpenter. My first look, looking very quickly, I saw computer, and I'm like, it's the morning here. It's early for me. I'm happy to be on. That's good. Hello, Maria de Lourdes Silva Miranda. Hi, Lourdes from Brazil. How are you? I am from New Zealand. Axel, I am from New Zealand. Do you know where New Zealand is? Where is New Zealand in the world? Rone is from Brazil. Patricia is also asking, where am I at? I am in a bedroom. No, I'm in Auckland, New Zealand. Okay, so I'm going to just copy a link. This can help you for later. Actually, I'll show you something. Look at this. So if you go to here, one second, I'll find it on my screen. And you go to, where is it? Conversation, English conversation. Just go click on here, it doesn't matter. And hopefully it's going to open up. And we've got lots of conversation. Okay, we've got 5 conversation questions. Because on other live lessons, we did this and this and this and this. And today, we're doing this one. And this one, oh good, it didn't turn up. This is happening now. This is like Inception. Okay, so this might help you. We're going to talk about all of these different things here today. Okay, so that might help you if you're interested. So let's go back to, here. Let's have a look what everyone is saying. I need to get my screen up. Let's have a look. Patricia, hi. Oh, Sarai says, I could be a mummy and trained as a nurse and take care of my own kids and teach them different languages. Hindi, Telugu, and Telugu rhymes too. That's cool. So you wanted to be a nurse. Do you still want to be a nurse? Do you still want to have kids? I've got kids. Are you sure? They're wonderful blessings, they are. What else? Hello, Amal. Okay, usually the first 10 minutes I say hello to everyone in there. Amal's here, Emma's here. I'm great, thanks. You're in Africa. Okay, Africa is... Oh, you're from Africa. Now, Africa is very big. Which part? Which part of Africa? And you're in the United States right now. Hello, Yurle. I'm called Rashidi. So I'm from India. Oh, you're actually doing it. You wrote in Spanish. I saw what you did. I didn't actually realize you wrote in Spanish. Quite funny. And you got Rosa from Venezuela. I know, you know New Zealand. It is a good country to live in. At the moment, yes, it's one of the best countries to be in right now. So, yeah. So, I'll write the country here, just in case you don't know where it is, which I understand. I'm from New Zealand. I was born in New Zealand. My education in New Zealand. In New Zealand, we have 3 official languages. New Zealand, we speak English. We have 3 official languages. English, Maori, which is a local indigenous language, and sign language. Okay. But everyone here speaks English. There's a good number that speak Maori and also sign language. Okay, so what else? So what do you know about New Zealand? Just curious. You're from Colombia. I'm from, where is it? Bulgaria. Cool. Does Inception mean beginning? Okay, Inception is a movie. If you look for this, look for movie. I think it's called Inception. And it's like when someone is sleeping, they dream and they go back into the mind of a person. It's an interesting movie where you appear. It's difficult to explain. Just look for the movie Inception. I was just making a joke, which I shouldn't do in these because they're pretty weird. Okay, I am from Somalia, but you're now a refugee in Egypt. Oh, interesting, really interesting. And you want to be a Abyssinian? I don't know what that is. Hello, Astrid. Hello, Astrid. I would like to be an architect. And now I am an accountant. Okay. So what we're going to do, some of you are already answering. I've got just a simple question. What is a kid? Look at this. Kid. Kid has two meanings. Do you know what the two meanings of kid is? Kid has two meanings. Let's put it up here. I'll put it actually over here. Kid. 1 and 2. Okay. So this kid, what are the two meanings of kid? Okay, there's a little delay in the chat. Sometimes I don't. What is the meaning number 1? The first meaning, everyone knows, kid is child, a young person. We'll come back up here. Let's go. Okay, so you got, yeah, I was kidding, yeah. So kid means child, but there is another meaning. What is the other meaning of kid? What does it mean? Anyone know? So kid is a young person, but there is another meaning. Serious, there's another meaning that not many people know. Or English speakers, hopefully they know. Kid is also a baby goat. A kid is a baby goat. What is you know what a goat is? I want to got a picture of a goat somewhere. Hang on, let me have a look. See if I've got a picture of a goat. 1 second. Let me find an illustrator. Animals. Have I got a goat somewhere? Goat. Super goat. Baby goat. Okay, let's see if this happens. Haha, that's a baby goat. Here we go. That's probably not the best picture. I'll put that over here. It's a baby goat. Now you know. Okay, just going back up the chat. So we have Maria would like to be an architect, but now you're an accountant. Good. I like how you use the article there. Astrid from Italy. Patrice from Mexico, from the Philippines, but you're working in Saudi Arabia. That sounds interesting, Rodelia. I was born and raised in Colombia. Yes, people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. I mentioned this in the last stream. Kiwis are a national bird in New Zealand, but the people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. It is informal, not official. You have a cousin living there in New Zealand. Cool. I wasn't familiar with the New Zealand accent. I thought you were German. My accent isn't a strong New Zealand accent. It is I try to be very neutral. I like to be good with babies and cradle's toy. They're twins. Okay, cool. New Zealand, thanks. You're from Yemen, Iran, Afghanistan, Brazil, Algeria. Rodelia, you want to be a businesswoman in the future? Or when you were a child? Now, this is something I'll mention. So there's the baby goat. So we say, when I was younger, I wanted to be a plus. Nope, that's not a plus. Plus the profession. Okay, that appears off screen. I'll move it. There it is. I wanted to be. So in the past, I wanted to be a. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be, and then you tell us. Brazil, Algeria, Ukraine. You're from Yemen. I'm just catching up. It's a goat's baby. Good ones, Lajana. Yes, you know what it is. So it's a baby goat. What do you call a baby cat? What's a baby cat? Anyone? You've got a baby cat. How about a baby dog? And I've got one more. Baby dog and a baby Baby sheep. Ah, that one's a bit trickier. A baby sheep. Baby, kidding, joke, kids. Let's see how sort of hide that one. Boom. I'm keeping reading through. I read all of the chat, so sometimes I take time. You don't need to spam where you're from. What else we got there? You're from the Dominican Republic, Algeria, Moldova, but you live in the UK. That's cool. I can understand you very well. Well, that's good. Here's Emma. I wanted to be a fashion designer. Perfect. Are you a fashion designer now? Would you like to be in the future? MO says, I wanted to be a doctor. Good. And we've got, here's everyone's writing. Yes. Everyone's like, okay, let's do this. Let's go write the name for them. Okay, so we've got a baby cat is called a kitten. Yes. A baby dog is called, who's the first one to get it correct? Poppy. You need to put the U in there, Tomic. It's great to have you, Tomic. How's it going? Oh, Javier's there with the first one, with the correct one. Puppy. And Tomic with this one, the first one to have this one correct. A lamb. There we go. A lamb. Remember, the B is silent. So we say lamb. So that B is silent, okay? So just be careful when you pronounce that B. It's silent. So lamb. Lamb. So we've got kitty, puppy, lickapoo. Everyone's going here. I didn't know that one. When I was a kid, this is Anna. I wanted to be a doctor, and now I'm a psychology student. Good. So what made you change from wanting to be a doctor to becoming a psychology student? Interesting. That was easy. That was easy? Okay, hang on. One second. Put user. Just putting a user on timeout. You don't need to spam. Here we go. Lamb. Kitty, puppy, lamb. Javier put the... Is it Javiera? Yeah, Javiera and this. Okay. Correcting. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an architect. Maria, are you an architect now? Is there a chance of you to be one in the future? Rosa says, I wanted to be an engineer, but actually, I'm a lawyer. Okay. So instead of actually, we say like nowadays or now instead of actually, because it's different. You don't, actually doesn't actually mean actualmente. It doesn't mean that. So like currently is probably the best one. Gio says, I wanted to be a hairdresser. Did it happen? So it's probably good. I wanted to be whatever it is. And then we say, but now, you can say but, because sometimes it's different. But now I am a, or, okay, let's get rid of that. We've seen this one. So I wanted to be a whatever, but now I am a, or and now am. Depends. You can go but or and. All depends. Okay, one second. Just going through. So you want to be an and you became a lawyer. Okay, so Rosa, why did you change to a lawyer? Any reason at all? And Gio, are you a hairdresser now? Patricia, you wanted to be a vet. You like animals, do you? I assume you like animals. Are you? And now? Says, my sister wanted to be a lawyer, but she ended up as a clerk officer. Good, that's great. Astrid, I want to be a chef. In the future, you want to be a chef? What are you doing now? Or in the past, you wanted to be a chef. Sama, I wanted to be a tennis player. A professional tennis player? Do you play tennis now? Oh, I wanted to be a locksmith. Wow, that's crazy. That's a specific profession. Okay, I'm going to write that. What is a locksmith? Anyone know what a locksmith is? It's not a common profession. It's not a common profession. What is a locksmith? I'll wait for everyone to write the answers. Africa, I wanted to be a teacher, and I am one now. Great. Slajana, I wanted to be a teacher, and I am one now. That's good. But now I am because some people, okay, let's get rid of this. We need space. Sorry, baby goat. No, you're staying there. Okay, we'll move that over here. So that's a great one. Let's put it here. And now I am one. Perfect. So you got two different options or ways to respond. You say, I wanted to be a teacher, but now I am, I don't know, a doctor. I wanted to be a teacher, but now I'm a doctor. And now, or you can say, I wanted to be a teacher, and now I am one. Yes. So it depends on what you, yeah, it depends, really. So that's cool. I wanted to be a vet. Now I'm a vet nurse. That's cool, Helen. You got Puppy. I want to pursue a PhD in an English-speaking country. So you probably have to do the IELTS exam or something like that. That's good. Further education, always. Actually, I'm studying for it. I wanted to be a nurse. Teresa says, I wanted to be a nurse. And now? Are you a nurse now? No, I'm not a nurse. I'm just a brain surgeon. You're a teacher. Now I'm a teacher. So you wanted to be a hairdresser, and now you're a teacher. Well, you can still practice. The children, they come into the classroom, just practice their hair and just say, no, the kids, they cut each other's hair. It wasn't me. I wanted to be an architect, and now I'm an accountant. Love numbers, do you? I wanted, where is it? I wanted to be a landlord. Okay. Locksmith and landlord. Okay. What is a landlord? A landlord is a person that owns property, a house, an apartment, a flat. And they rent it to, they don't live in the house. They let other people live in the house. And the other people rent, so a landlord rents their house or houses. Sometimes they have more than one house. So, for example, here in this house, it is not my house. I pay rent. And I have a landlord. The landlord is the person that owns this house. Okay? Or if I have a house, and someone lives in my house and they pay me money every week or every month, I am their landlord. And the person that lives there, they're called a child. No, they're called the tenant. Oh, this is good vocabulary. Tenant. Okay, that's the person that lives in the house. They pay rent. Okay? So, and locksmith. What was the locksmith? A locksmith is a person that works with locks. Like the key, you need a key to open the door. The key opens the lock. And a locksmith is the profession of the person that cuts keys and repairs locks and things like that. It's a very old profession. It's a good one. Okay, so let's get that out of there. I wanted to be a doctor, but now I am a law student, says Julian. Good. What else there? Tomek, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a radio host. My dreams came true and I became one. Nowadays, I'm in a different field though. So you became a radio host, and then did you decide, nah, not for me? Or you didn't like it, or was different from what you expected? So, you're in a different field now. You're producing radio shows. And today, I'm going to try and be a radio host right now. What does a radio host do? They're like, okay, and our next song is one that has just been created by Queen. Okay, Queen, yeah, they could produce. Okay, anyway. When I was a kid, a person who repairs door locks. Good one, Ruddy. Hello, Ruddy. Good to see you here. How can I make a sentence? Oops. My husband wanted to be in the army, or a soldier, or... Okay, that one there, instead of to be, wanted to... Let's do this one. You can say my husband, or I, doesn't matter. You can say my husband or I wanted to. You can change the be to work in a hospital, or in an army, or in a bank, or work in a bank. I don't know. I wanted to work in a bank. So that's just another way, not saying a profession. You're saying like the place where you work. So you could do that. We can say, and now he is a policeman. Oh, that's good. A locksmith is someone who can fix your lock and make a copy of a key. Great explanation, Tomek. I do, but I'm not a vet. I don't think I could. No, I don't like that now. I can be a dog sitter. That way you don't need to fix the dogs and cut them open and repair them. You just pat the dog. What's that? This verb is to pat. Okay. Let's go this one. So this verb is to pat. Okay. Or some people say to pet. To pat is this, or sometimes to pet. To pat, to pet. Man. To pat and to pet. What is the difference? Okay, to pet is like doing this, like, hey, I'm petting oh, nice little doggy, nice kitty, okay? And pet is like, usually like with movements, like just like, oh, okay? It's like to stroke, to pet. So a dog sitter, yep, just looking after dogs. It's better than a babysitter. Dog sitters. I'm a mum, a student, and businesswoman. Awesome. Mustafa says, I wanted to be an engineer. Good. Emma, I wanted to be a fashion designer, but now I'm a food photographer. Oh, take lots of photos of food and everything, and but now I study languages. Okay. But now we'll get rid of that one. So, but now I study languages. Okay. But now I am okay, so you got different ways of answering it. There is no one specific way. This is just a common way. I wanted to be a vet, but now I am a teacher. Okay. But now I study languages. That's good. What is a locksmith? They repair locks. If you want a key, you want a copy of a key. You want a copy of a key, you go to a locksmith and they cut the key to the right shape. I'm Penelope from Dominican Republic. Hello, Penelope. And what about you, Rob? What did I want to do? Ah, thank you. Finally someone was interested in my experience. I don't need to talk. I already talk too much. Thank you for thinking of me. Oh, I need some tissues to wipe these tears away from my face. Hang on, I need some coffee. When I was younger, when I was 14 years old, I wanted to be a Viking. But that profession is not a very good one nowadays. I wanted to live in a forest. And that was going to be my profession, and live from the land. That was going to be my profession. And the teachers, when I was at school, they said, but what do you want to do? And reality says, I don't know. And it was frustrating for my teachers. They said, but Rob, you're good at maths. I said, yeah. You could work in a bank. Nah. You could do this. Nah. They also, one of my career counselors says, oh, you could be a teacher. And I'm like, nah. Because I didn't know about it. I was like, working with children? Nah, no. But then, so I didn't know when I was younger, except for being a Viking or living in a forest. That was my profession. I want to live in a forest. It's not a profession. I don't know how I was going to survive, but that's what I wanted to do. But then I discovered I've always interested in languages. Always interested in languages when I was younger. But I didn't think of it as a profession. I don't know why. I never thought of it as a profession. And then I came to teach English, like, oh, my very first class teaching English. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to help people learn languages. Yeah, and then I studied as much as I could. The signal's not good there. Hello, Baskerville. Good to have you along. Okay, my son wants me to tell you that he wants to be a gamer. Aha. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually a question that I have coming up. If we go to the website, okay, it's it's dark now. Over here. Look at this. I've got a question here. Right down here. Oh, actually, I didn't include it. Is YouTuber a career? What about being an influencer? Why do so many... Here it is. Look at this. Why... Oh, you can't see it very well. Why do so many kids say they want to be a gamer or to create video games when they grow up? So that's really interesting that you mentioned that. It's really interesting that you mentioned that. So yeah, your son wanted to tell you to be a gamer. Now, if your son wants to be a gamer, there are some positive things and negative things about that. One, I know, it can be hard unless you're extremely good at being a gamer. Very good. It is quite difficult. It's possible, but very difficult. But what I recommend, if you want to be a gamer, you need to know a little about business or about game development or something like that. Because if you know those things, it'll help a lot. So not just being a gamer. For example, you need to learn about marketing, like promoting yourself. You need to know about a little bit like design, a little bit of design, publishing your own website, just things like that to help like promote yourself. Otherwise, because there are millions of kids that want to be gamers. Hello, Francie. Do I like BTS? It's a bit off topic. I don't actually listen to them. My husband wanted to be a writer. Wanted, past tense, or wants now. Yeah, I think actually I did write when I was younger. I did write when I was like 14. I was like, oh, I want to write a book. I never did. Work in the university or work at. We use work at university. You can work in a university. It depends. Like I work in the university. It's like the building, but I work at university. I wanted. Jose says I wanted to be a robot. Did it happen at all? I wanted to be a businessman, Jewel. You can do that. Pat on the back. Yes, you can pat someone on the. Ciao, Luna Rozza. Yes. They're actually in New Zealand right now with America's Cup. I want to be a teacher, Julia. And in the future, can we say I wanted to work as? That's good. Where's my copy? I wanted to work in a bank, or I wanted to work as something. As I don't know. I wanted to work as a hairdresser. Okay? I wanted to work as a hairdresser. Oops, off the screen. Whatever. Okay? You can work as something. Exactly. That's a good one. That's a really good one. You're a very nice teacher. No, I'm not. Evil laugh. So my husband wanted to work for the army, but now he works for the local police. Perfect, Maria. You are, Sama. You wanted... Okay, bibliotecario is a librarian. No, that's not it. That doesn't look right. Librarian. That doesn't look... It looks strange. Okay, I'm going to Google this. It's when in doubt. That happens. I'm a native speaker. It is. It just looks funny. Librarian. It looks funny. I do that sometimes. Because sometimes I work with lots of different languages, creating charts and images and things. And sometimes I think, is that Spanish or is it Italian or is it English or is it what language is that? And sometimes I look at a word and like librarian. It looks funny, but that's it. That's how it is. Happens all the time. Hello, Jose Luis from Spain. I was working in media, mostly radio, for 15 years. Then the little thing called love made me move abroad. It happens. So I changed the trajectory of my career. That's good. Love does that to you. That's good. I wanted to be a nurse. Remember the spelling of nurse? Nurse is like this. Okay? I wanted to be a nurse. You make me smile. That's good. Hello, Pedro Gomez. It is a lot of fun to teach English. Yes, I have so much fun. I love teaching languages. English specifically. But specifically English. One, I like to help people. That is great. I just love helping people. When I lived in Chile, I used to love doing the IELTS exam. I loved it because people needed a mark, a result, a grade. They needed a 6.5 or a 7 in the IELTS. And if I didn't help them get that result, they stay in the country. But if they get that result, they go and live in a different country and do a PhD, they do a master's or something. And if I can help that process, help make a positive change in their life, I'm like, yes. So, yeah, get rid of that. So, and I love helping people improve their life. Patricia, he's studying coding first. That is perfect. That is great. That is brilliant. I'm glad that he's doing that. Tell him that I say that's a great thing to do. I am a tailor. Ooh, okay. Who knows what a tailor is? Oops. Lodom Ipson. Anyone know what a tailor is? I'll wait for you to see someone write it in the chat. I know what it is. I'll give you a clue. It's about clothes. I think right now there are all those new professions. There are many new professions. That's not as easy as it sounds. Exactly. He's studying librarian girl by... Didn't you use the play video games in this channel? Or I have another channel, Ruddy. I have another channel. Actually, it's more on Twitch. I spend more time on Twitch. If anyone's... Like, for example, I'm finding the link. Here it is. For example, so I got it on YouTube too. But on Twitch, I use this to play games. But not always play games. For example, yesterday on Twitch, I created a chart about telling the time in Maori. And I did that on Twitch. Okay, on Twitch is full of people playing games. Sometimes I play games on Twitch. But yesterday I was creating a chart in Maori, which is the local language of one of the languages of New Zealand. And I created that on Twitch, so you could go check it out. And if you want to see me playing games, I play games. And I chat to everyone that's in there. Yeah, so Ruddy, you're correct. I do play games. And sometimes we play an English game on this channel, on the YouTube channel. Old Juan Cruz says, I wanted to work as an archaeologist. Oh, that'd be fun. Full of dust and dirt. But I finished being a neuropsychologist. It's a little different. Like digging in the dirt and then, looking at the brain, like how the brain works and everything. That's fascinating. I wanted to work as a manager. Hello, Kevin. Good night. Good night. Good evening. Good night. It's morning here in New Zealand, Maria Lucia. Okay, sorry. You're tired, Elaine. I know it's late for you. But in March, we change our time, which means it'll be 1 hour earlier for a lot of you. And when you change your time forward in the Northern Hemisphere, it's going to be 2 hours earlier. So it's going to be great. So from March to October, these live things are going to be great. Tailor is related to clothes. Exactly, Javiera. That's perfect. It's like originally Tailor was like fixing clothes, mending clothes, making clothes. A bit of everything. Old Basketball says, honestly, I don't know. I went confused. Don't worry. He's listening to you now. I wanted to work as a writer too. Someone that makes clothes or something. Exactly. I want to be an English teacher, Kamran. That's a great thing. You come to the right place. We have a lot of English teachers using the videos in their classes. I have lots of them. You're from Pakistan. I wanted to be a queen. I want to be a professional queen. But now I'm a queen in the kitchen. That's funny. Yeah, I want to be... I mean, there's some people that I want to be a princess. And I want to marry a prince. I mean, there are not many princes or princesses in the world, but I want to be a prince. I want to find a princess. It could happen. It's not quite a profession, though. No, actually, being a prince or a princess is a profession. It's a lot of hard work. People think it's like, haha, it's easy, but there's a lot of work. You got meetings all day. You got to shake hands with lots of people all day, and you got to pretend to like people. You pretend that you're happy to meet people. People are excited to meet you. You're a prince. A tailor sews new clothes or tweaks or fixes old ones, takes them in. Exactly. Like if you buy a pair of pants or trousers, depends on the country, and the leg is very long, you can take it to a tailor and they fix it. They take it up. You like, Maria Lucy, you like my smile. Have I got all of my teeth today? Oh, good. I take my teeth out. I'm old. Am I from England? No, I'm from New Zealand, Jackson. Abigail says, I wanted to be an interpreter. but now I am studying to be an English teacher. That's good. English teacher is a lot more fun than being an interpreter or during translation. I know, because I remember I've been asked to do like interpreting, and I've done interpreting. I'm not a professional interpreter, but I can speak Spanish too. Not good enough. And they needed help to interpret someone speaking Spanish. So like I did it, and it's like, oh, it's quite hard doing it simultaneously. It's very hard. English teacher is great because you're helping people. You're just helping people improve, and knowing other languages just helps you a lot. You also speak Spanish. That's good. Okay, if I say your name incorrectly, please forgive me. Mirahmad, I want to be a good web developer in the future. Web, internet, that is actually a good area to want to be in the future. That's actually a really good thing. So you're from Salvador. Cool. It's very interesting that in New Zealand people keep different ancient languages. Is that right? It's not ancient. Because for me, ancient is like Egyptian or languages that like are thousands of years old. And the Maori language, the Maori have been in New Zealand for 600 years. But you have the Polynesian languages, which are very similar. Like, for example, I know some Maori, but when like in Tahiti, it's similar. In Rapa Nui, which is Easter Island, it's also, the languages are very, in Samoa, and is like, the languages are very similar. Not the same, similar. And I can understand some of the languages like that. It's like, it's really interesting. So it came from, in the Pacific Islands, it's hundreds and hundreds of years. But yeah, in New Zealand was colonized by Europeans, and one of the good things here is we are now in the process of maintaining the Maori language. It is like becoming more and more important here. I mean, you still have some old people that don't like this type of thing, racist old people. But here, I mean, I find it fascinating learning Maori, and that it's used. If you watch television here in New Zealand, or even like the news or anything, the first words are always in Maori. On the television, the Prime Minister, which is it's like president, but we have a Prime Minister of New Zealand, Ardern. She always speaks in Maori first, always. Just a short thing, like saying, kia ora katoa, or whatever, just saying hello to everyone. But they always do that, and it's just to maintain the language, it's to maintain it. And I think it's great. Because many countries, English-speaking countries, they only have English, which is like, I mean, no, Canada's got French there. That's good. But many English-speaking countries, they stay in English. They're like, everyone can learn my language. No. And I think it's important having another language, because just the brain helps your brain when you're a child. Hello, Susana. Hello from Barcelona. Okay, I won't sing. Everyone will disappear. They have the same roots. They do. Because they used to travel between the islands in the Pacific. Latin or Old Greek are ancient languages. They're also called dead languages. Yes. I mean, they are they're dead in the fact that the people that originally spoke Latin, they didn't actually they're dead languages. Anyone here know Latin at all? Just think. I wanted to be Soltanto says, I wanted to be a nurse, but now I'm studying language first. Good. Hello from DZ? Is that DZ? Hello, English teachers. I can't see what is DZ? Not too sure what that is. Hello, Rachel. I'm able to talk more than 5 languages, maybe better. I can be a good translator. What is your idea? There's a difference between knowing a language and being a translator. It's quite difficult. For example, I have no problem translating from, like, someone speaks to me in Spanish, I can do it in English, but I can't do it back to Spanish because my Spanish is not enough. I can understand Spanish very well and translate it. But there are certain technical words where sometimes, ooh, how do you do that? You need to study translation to be a translator. You can speak two languages, you can sort of translate informally, but if you're in a court or for official documents, it's a whole other level. And there are different ways of expressing. For example, like in Spanish, you say, oh, como tengo ganas de. Like, I would like to, but it's not exactly the same. There are certain things you got to find a way. Does he means Algeria? Okay, cool. Didn't know that. You're learning a lot today, Patricia. That is why we are here. Every weekend, or almost every weekend, unless I'm busy, every weekend we have these it's a relaxed conversation. The conversation goes like this, it goes all over the place. But that's the idea, to practice and learn little things here and there. You can speak a little English, Catalan, and of course Spanish. Yeah, I know how do you do it in English? Catalan. I always want to say Catalan. the Catalan it's used quite a lot. There's some, yeah. I know about that language. I can't speak it though. You know, you people are lucky to know lots of languages. The comprehensive input. Does it work? Yes, it is not easy at all. I can change everything well. You can change everything well. That's good then. But yeah, it's I like teaching languages. Like most other Indian kids, I wanted to be an engineer. Is that a typical? This is something. That's a question I have. I'm glad, Rahul, that you mentioned this. I'm gonna read what he says. Like most other Indian kids, I wanted to be an engineer. That is, until the math got invaded by the alphabet. Yeah, it's like, because you got the different alphabets. Which language do you speak? Because in India, there's like, God knows, many languages. Basketball says, I thought that it was once every 3 weeks. I try to do this every week. The exception was last week I didn't do it because I was busy with another activity in my real life, so I didn't do it. But next week, what do we got planned next week? We have something planned next week. It might be games. I don't know. But so the games are once a month. And the conversation every week or 2 weeks, depends. And then something else. It all depends. Thanks, Rob, for this amazing live. You're welcome, Maria de Lourdes. How we know your timetable to join you live. First, somewhere down the bottom there, you have to subscribe. And then you need to click that notification bell. Typical. Subscribe and click the notification bell. Okay, that's what YouTubers do. Click that subscribe button and click that bell and you'll get a notification. Okay? You get a But one of the best ways is in the community tab. In the community tab, I always publish like on Wednesday or Thursday. I say, this week, it's this topic. This week, it's almost always the same time, same day. Also, I publish it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I publish. It's just like, yeah. It's like, and the time is around about the same time. Yeah, I wanted to be an archaeologist, like Indiana Jones. But now, I'm a basic education, like it's like primary teacher. Educación básica is primary teacher. Here in New Zealand, we have primary and high school and intermediate. You got a primary school teacher or high school teacher. And now I am a A natural like a natural medicine therapist. Could you pronounce desktop? I can do that. Hang on, wait for it. Make sure there's no saliva that's going to spit out. Desktop. Did you see that? Like, desktop. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, 1 second. Let's gotta go. Just gonna check something here. Boom. Okay. I do want to learn Arabic eventually. I'm actually at the process of learning how to read the words and everything. Next week, I might actually do something about that. Since I'm from North India, Hindi is naturally one of the languages I'm fluent in. My mother tongue is Punjabi, and English is something I've learnt over the last few years. Well, your English is very good. That's really good. Just conversation time we want to know. Yes, like at this time every week. This time every week, so it depends on your country. Okay, well, I'm going back to those questions. I just want to have a look. Let's go up to the top. That Rahul mentioned about in India, a lot of kids want to be engineers. In your country, put your country first, like India, engineer. What do kids want to be? What do kids want to be? What is like one of the professions in your country that kids want to be? What do they want to be? For example, in your country, does everyone want to be a doctor or a lawyer or what? So put your country and what people want to be. What else we got? I'll actually open this up. Here it is. Copy link address. I just want to put something in here. Boom. So here, just so you know, just be careful about the difference. Kid can be a child and kid can be a baby goat. But remember, the plural of child is children. Just remember that. And the plural of kid is just kids. Okay, so just remember that. Hello, Fred. In Colombia, kids want to be footballers. They want to be professional football players in Colombia. I actually talked to Jose. I actually know his last name. He played football for Colombia. Oh, I forget his last name. Oh, terrible. But he was actually I've talked to him a number of times. 4 options in India. Okay, in order of preference: engineer, doctor, chartered accountant, and a great lawyer. Interesting. In Hong Kong, everyone wants to be independent. Okay. Getting into politics there, into politics. Won't go down that road. Yeah, but what do they want to be? What do they want to be? In Mexico, before they wanted to be lawyers or doctors, and now all want to be YouTubers and gamers. That sounds so familiar. In El Salvador, kids want to be teachers. That's good. That's really good. Something that I like about Finland, in Scandinavia, the teachers are on the same level as doctors and lawyers and they get paid the same amount of money. It's like, because in many countries, unfortunately, teachers are not paid as much as doctors. They're not paid as much as lawyers. But I think teachers are one of the most important, not like English teachers, but normal education teachers. They're like one of the most important professions because they are educating, helping people. And in Finland, that's like that's one of the things. So that's actually good that you mentioned that in El Salvador they want to be teachers. So that's great. That's fascinating. That's wonderful. Or they want to be TikTokers. Oh. Why? I wanted to be a dancer. Yeah. That's cool. Not everyone. Not everyone. I totally agree. Yes, you are correct about engineer and teacher salary. They should be the same. We are here. Oh, of course, you're there. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it is a wonderful thing. Where am I from? Where I am from New Zealand. Am I married? Of course I am. That probably explains, Rahul, why they have one of the best education systems. Exactly. They value human resources. my throat. Ours treated us like goods being produced in mass. So it was okay if a few turned out to be faulty. Okay. Yeah, and that's a great thing you mentioned there, Rahul. It's like why that, and Finland has one of the best education systems, and yeah, one of the best in the world after New Zealand. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so we've got, so it's been mentioned before. Let's go to this topic down on the website. Let's go to the website. I gotta find it on my page. Here. It says, okay, I've got a question. Look at this. Is YouTuber a career? Okay, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, so I'm going to put it here. So someone mentioned this before. They say a lot of young people want to be YouTubers or on Twitch or influencers. Is this a career? What do you think? A lot of young kids want to be YouTubers. Is it a career? What do you think? In Brazil, every kid wants to be football players. That's so true. A lot of South American, in Chile, I remember that too. A lot of kids want to be football players or engineers also. That's another typical one. Everyone wants to be an engineer or football players. Depends on where you grow up. In Brazil, wow, you get a lot of good football players from there. Are you just doing online classes at home? I just do me. I spend my time creating resources for teachers and students. That's what I do now. I don't do live classes with students. I'm not in a classroom. I'm not in a school. Now what I do, well, with my wife, we create resources to help teachers in the classroom and help students learn. We have a lot of our videos are free, a lot of our websites are all free and everything like that. And also we create PDF resources for teachers. And that's what we do. In Barcelona, the kids want to be YouTubers. Another one mentions the same thing. Why? Okay, I have a question. Why do kids want to be YouTubers? Or someone mentioned TikTokers. Sorry, I don't like TikTok. Why do they want to be YouTubers? Why? Why do young kids... There was a survey. I think it was in Japan or South Korea. There was somewhere. They did a survey, and originally the kids wanted to be astronauts. Number one was astronaut. Now it is YouTuber. Is it a profession? Why do kids want to do? Why do kids want to be YouTubers? Why? Why do they want to do that? Let's read through here. You're lovely and smart. I like to study English like you. There is more teacher online. Really, some are boring to follow. Every teacher is different. Every teacher has their special skill and ability. For example, my special skill is eating chocolate. Okay, not relevant to teaching English. Okay, forget about it. I don't know. To be a good and successful YouTuber, it takes a lot of work and knowledge. That is correct, Patricia. Some kids, they think, oh, I just create a video playing games and I put it on YouTube and I will be famous. It is not like that. For me, for example, I'm not a famous YouTuber, just so you know, but I create videos for YouTube. Surprise. For example, it will take me at least 2 days, like 2 full days, like 8-hour days, to create a 5 or 10 minute video. Because I don't appear in the video. Normally I don't appear on YouTube because I don't need to be famous. I don't need to appear. I don't, like, you know my videos. My videos are like, you know, you got the cartoon, characters, you've got images, you have this letter, you got the typical logo, you got everything. This is my style. You have things like this here and this, okay? So you have these like images and explanations on YouTube. And it takes me like 16 hours approximately to create a 5 or 10 minute video, depending on what type of video it is. It takes a long time. And the kids think, oh, that's easy, I can do that, boom. And they don't realize how long it takes to create these videos. Because I got to do the chart and then I need to record the audio. And with my voice, my I wanted to be a plus profession, but now I am a, and now I am one. This is my YouTube voice. I wanted to work as something. There's a good voice. I think it's good. So I need to record the audio, and when I record the audio, I need to clean the audio because there's lots of mistakes, not mistakes, sounds like clicking sounds, or suddenly the sounds in the room, the ambience. I've got to clean it, and cleaning it takes me 2 hours sometimes, or 3 hours for a 5-minute video to clean the audio, because I do not have a professional recording studio. I have my computer, a microphone, and I speak into the microphone. Not a professional thing, so it takes me time to clean it. And then I need to put the audio with the images and connect it, and it takes a lot of time to create these. And a lot of young children, they don't know the effort that goes into creating them. Like, you see people, like, even when they do the memes and funny things, it takes hours to edit. And some famous YouTubers, they don't do it themselves. They pay other people to do it because they don't have time. Because it takes a long time. Especially people that upload videos every single day. So, let's go back up there. Wow. There's a lot that I missed. Okay. Being a YouTuber is a high-risk, high-reward career. If someone sets out to be a YouTuber, she needs to have a backup plan or backup cushion always. That is so true. A close friend of mine generates a lot of passive income from YouTube, and that's it. It's a great passive income if you have content that is lasting. If you do something on YouTube that's only for a short amount of time, like for, oh wow, this is happening, like the Olympics or the World Cup. It's for a short amount of time and then it disappears and gets forgotten over time. So yeah, you do need a backup plan. You need something to support it. That's very good, Rahul. It's high risk and high reward. It could be high reward. They tell me it's high reward. I'm yet to see that. In my opinion, YouTuber is an emerged career. It's an emerging career, exactly. So it's growing. It's growing. I don't like TikTok either. Nah, it's like a bit of brainwashing. Hello, Augusto from Brazil. Could you give some tips? I am a TA. Teacher, is that teacher assistant? I'm the worst person to ask for advice. Because I will say all the wrong things. I get into lots of trouble. If you want to get into trouble, listen to my advice. One day I will do a video or a live thing talking about being a teacher or something like that. I'll do that one day. Old Susanna says they need to be famous people. And also says the kids want to be YouTubers to be famous for ego. I think a lot of them do it for ego. They want to be famous, especially with their peers, like the people of the same age. What I've discovered with the younger generation, especially teenagers, there's a lot more competition. And in the past, when I was younger, back in the old time of the dinosaurs, there was no internet. And we had stone tablets, and we didn't write on tablets. We had to do things in stone like this when I was younger at school. A lot of the kids, like in that time, there's no internet, but now there's more competition. Who has the most likes? Who has the most followers? Who has the most interact? And that's unfortunately not a very nice situation for young people today. And I think a lot of people want to be YouTubers, as you mentioned, for ego, to be famous. Yeah. Want to be, was it Chilremos? Chileans. No. Want to be YouTubers because they want to have likes. The problem is, in YouTube, likes don't put food on the table. People think, oh, I've got 1,000 likes. Likes does not put food on the table. So many people think that. Another example. We have, I don't know how many, we got like 500,000 subscribers or something like that. We have 500,000 subscribers, and there's other channels that have like 4 million subscribers. And sometimes, like some channels that have millions of subscribers now, they don't have many views. So it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have on YouTube. What's more important is how many people see your videos, watch your videos. So it's not the likes, it's not the number of subscribers, those are irrelevant. It's how many, and like the children, they don't know some of these things. Hello, Golden Asriel. Patricia says, because for them it only looks like a lot. It looks like fun. They think YouTube is a lot of fun. Exactly. Your corrector is crazy. Children want to be YouTubers because of the likes. That's what I was looking at. Chileans, Chilremos. The autocorrect does that. I know. Because, they think it's a lot of fun. Because children nowadays, they spend a lot of time on YouTube, a lot of kids, and they think, oh, this is entertaining, this is fun, I want to do the same. But they don't realize the work it needs to take to produce these videos, to edit. The editing part is a surprise. I've got about 100 days before appearing for an exam. They will test my English and questions based on correct. Much like the GMAT, I'm scared. Sentence correct. Which exam is that? Is that a local exam? Is it based on sentence? That sentence correction. I don't know if it's next week or in 2 weeks from now. We're going to play an awesome game. It's not like a video. It's a game called The Correct Word. It's a game that I created. Not created. It's like error analysis. And this is a great, I love this game. Don't, make sure you don't just put anal. Analysis. There it is. Error analysis. Error analysis. It's this game, and you get points. It's just like nothing special, but it's great to get you thinking. And we're going to do that in 2 weeks from now. In 2 weeks, we're going to play this awesome game. And hopefully that's going to help you, Raul. Just a little. You like my voice? I don't know why. I've actually got a frog in my throat. Do you know that expression? I have a frog in my throat. What is this? This is a... I have a frog in my throat. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to look for something. Frog. This is about the only frog I've got. This is... Okay, here it is. Okay. This is the frog. This is a dog. Oh, actually, I'll get rid of the dog part. Okay, this is a frog. I'll leave it. It looks funny. This is a frog. And when someone says, I have a frog in my throat, it doesn't mean they have a frog like, ribbit, ribbit. It's like sometimes your throat is like, you got like some type of thing in your throat, and it's not very clear, and sometimes sounds like that. That's the expression, I have a frog in my throat. It is informal. You are a hard... Oops, where is it? You're a hard worker. Yeah. Also, why did you skip my response to the YouTuber question? What YouTuber question? Can you do it? Just type it again. Type it again. Also, I thought it was your wife's voice. My wife has the Spanish. She does the Spanish. Since Spanish is not my language, my first language at all, I learned Spanish. My wife, she speaks Spanish and she does the voice for the Spanish videos. It seems to me that people think that being a YouTuber is a walk in the park. I bet you need to have a captivating content, build a base of followers, and work hard to monetize. Exactly, that is so true. It's like the content. Jorge Cáceres, hello Rob, how are you? I think when we were kids, we used to dream about being an engineer or a lawyer. But nowadays, with the new technology, there are far more alternatives like YouTuber and web developer. Well, actually, the web developer... Great to see you, Jorge. How's it going? Hang on, I gotta have a drink. Now, the web dev or web developer, that's actually a really good one to have because it's just so many things. The world is based on the web, the internet, and being able to develop websites in the front of the front part or behind the scenes, like with databases or anything like that. That's a very good thing, and it's a very good thing to have in demand. But yeah, a lot of kids, as we've been talking about, they want to be YouTubers, which we're trying to think. Some people say it's because they do it for ego, maybe. Nowadays, with the new technology, you can dream about being a YouTuber, web developer, or an internet celebrity. Yes, an internet celebrity. But sometimes, yeah, or what do they call it? Influencers. Influencers also. Some people, they want to be an influencer. How can you think to be an influencer? It's something that happens. Thanks for emerging career. No worries. Oh, you've got to go, Patricia. I'm having a lot of fun with you all. Hope to connect next week. Thank you. Thanks, Rob. See you next week, Patricia. We'll be doing something. Even in Brazil, children want to be YouTubers nowadays. Is there anyone that's going to have a normal job? Like the next generation, you got like 7 billion children that are YouTubers, but we've got no doctors, no teachers, no engineers. Who's going to do the work? Hi, Rob. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an engineer. Now I'm a teacher. Awesome. What type of teacher are you? Primary teacher, high school teacher, English teacher, science teacher? Oh, and I didn't know about numbers of people watching YouTube counts and not likes. Yes, the number of people. Because I won't go into detail, but I know from experience, it doesn't matter how many, like, for example, we have a lot less subscribers than a lot of big English teacher YouTubers, and they've got like millions of people, but we've got less. But also, at the same time, the number of views we get compared to them, it's about the same. So what's more important is the number of views you get here. There are premium government law schools here in India that test our English reasoning before letting us in. There are many. You got the CLET, the AILET, etc. They're hard, to be honest. That's interesting. I might have to have a look around, look at that a little bit later. I only know about the IELTS exam. I know about the TOEFL. I just don't like TOEFL. I prefer IELTS. I hope in the future all students can study just like YouTuber. But not need to teach in class, just by online, one language. Maybe it can solve more war problems. Okay. I see what you mean. Like, hope in the future all students can study like via YouTube, maybe. That could be a good thing. Instead of in classrooms. Well, that's happening a lot in the last 2 years. A lot of people are using YouTube videos in their classrooms. I know. Because if you check some of the comments of our videos, my teacher sent me here. Me mandó la profe. They'll say things in different languages about teachers being sent to the videos. And it's good too, because at the moment, with the situation around the world, many people they can't be in a classroom because of the virus. So it's quite a good thing. Honestly, I thought it was a lady voice. What? I have to confess something. My voice is probably high. I don't know. Yeah. I know sometimes in the comments they say, "Thank you, miss." I'm like, I don't care. Hi, Ikem. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a translator. Because the were, when I were, is for future. It's like a conditional tense. If I were you, I would be careful. We use it with a conditional. It's a hypothetical situation. But here, when I was a kid, you just need the was. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a translator. She's from Chile. Alejandro, I wanted to be a police officer. Because police is the institution. I wanted to be a police officer. Okay? And let's just... Here it is. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a chauffeur. Like, instead of doing that in Russian, I recommend trying to write that in English. Because I don't speak Russian. Oh, no, that's not Russian. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is your opportunity to use English. Don't worry if it's mixed or bad or upside down, don't worry. Please, teacher, repeat the sentence very slowly. Which sentence? This level's like more for an intermediate level-ish. And I speak at a natural speed. I speak actually probably faster than normal. But yeah, I have to remember to speak slower. The market is changing rapidly. So jobs like a cashier are about to disappear. Yeah, because many things are automatic. AI, which is artificial intelligence, will take over more sectors eventually. So YouTube career isn't such a bad idea. It could be. You still need, but there are some professions that you still need. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a scientist. Okay? So Ikem says you wanted to be a scientist. Let's then. There it is. A scientist. That's how you spell it. Thank you for correcting me. Don't worry. You're welcome. That's why I'm here, Baskerville. When I can, I do it. Thank you for this amazing live, Rob. I have to go now since it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I know it's really early for you in India. Thank you for joining us. Sometimes in March, it'll be a little bit earlier. In March. Head Fun will look for content that can help me on this channel. That's great. Also, we'll send a slurry of recommendations. That's what we need. Recommendations. Let your friends know, your family, everyone. Victor says, I wanted to be an English teacher. And Victor Santana, did you become an English teacher? Yes, we know you're talking correctly. Don't worry, follow please your way. ¿Qué onda? This is an English conversation, Diego. We're just practicing English. We're just practicing English. So, another question is, what does this phrasal verb? Let's go to this phrasal verb. Okay, you're out of there. Let's go to this phrasal verb here. We'll get rid of that one there. Oops. So I'm just going to make some space here. Here we go. Right. To grow up. To grow up is a phrasal verb. And what does to grow up mean? I'll actually do it like this, the quick way. Look at this. Look at this. To grow up. To gradually develop into an adult. To grow towards full. Aha. And put a full stop there. Look at this. To grow up means to change from a child and become an adult. This is meaning number one. There are two meanings. The second meaning's cool. To grow up means to gradually develop into an adult. To grow towards full physical and mental maturity. Grow up also means, so this is meaning number one. There we go. But there is another meaning, which I'll show you. It's not covered. Meaning number two is, look at this. Here it comes. This information appears on the website. Just so you know, I'm just putting it here. Grow up. Okay. Goodbye, goat. You go over here. There we go. Oh, we don't need you. Goodbye, little goat. Ha. Okay, I need more space. I should actually change the size of it. It also means... Okay, 1 second. This is where I do my magic. Ta-da! Magic. When you tell someone to grow up, it also means you want the person to stop behaving or acting like a child in a childish way. For example, if someone's like, no, I don't want to grow. No, I don't want to go. Like, eat your food. No, I don't want to eat it. No. You're 30 years old. You need to grow up. It's like you can tell someone to say, grow up. And like become mature. You're asking them to become mature. It's a great thing. You just say, grow up. Like, stop acting like a child. Stop being like a child. And so that's a good expression to know. Grow up. Okay, see you next week. See you later, Teresa. Thank you for dropping by. I wanted to be an IT person, but now I'm an English teacher. Cool. Good afternoon, Miguel. How's it going? To grow up to become big, or more specifically, to become an adult. To become an adult. So, what else we got in here? Just checking the time. What did anyone here want to be an astronaut at all, or a rock star, or a singer? We have a someone wanted to be a dancer. Thank you. Hello from Morocco. Anyone want to be an inventor at all, or a ninja? And it's interesting how professions have changed now. Like, a lot want to be, as we mentioned, YouTubers or TikTokers and things like that. Do you think I wanted to be an actress? I wanted to be an actress. I'll get rid of that. So we've got this one here. So we say, I wanted to be or it can also be an actress, or whatever the profession is. Oops. So you wanted to be an actress. Are you an actress now? I wanted to be an astronaut. Egan wanted to be an astronaut. Now, why are children, why don't they become astronauts? Why? Because it's really difficult. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be an actress. Perfect. Remember, it's the past tense. And it's good that you use the an, because before actress, use that one there. Yes, I am. I can't remember what the question was. Are you currently doing what you dreamed you were... I'll actually write this here. I'll write it. I need to put it over here. 1 second. I'm going to put the question here. Here it is. Boom. Whoa, what did I just do? Are you currently doing what you dreamed? Here it is. Here it is. Are you currently doing what you dreamed you would be doing as a child? And if not, why? Please give me some advice to be an actress in Hollywood. Remember, I have the worst advice in the universe, but I'm going to give it to you. You should never ask for advice from me. To be an actress in Hollywood, man, the possibility of being an actress in Hollywood are very, very low. You need to have something special. You have to have a special thing. I don't know what you need to be an actress in Hollywood, honestly. I think contacts. Contacts are important. Very important. That's like one of the most important things, contacts. At first, I wanted to be a bilingual secretary. Awesome, Elaine. And now? An astronaut. Perfect. Yes. Okay. I wanted to be a dancer. That's awesome. Any type of dancer? Or traveler? Would that be good? What's my profession? I travel. I just travel everywhere. That would be a good, I would like that profession. Hi, Brian. I like your slides so much. Oh, that's good. Tomek says, I wanted to be an astronaut, but then I realized that the earth is flat, so the career is pointless. Conspiracy. I'm not going to go down there, otherwise we'll talk for hours. Right now, I'm studying in the United States. I'm going to be a nurse soon. That's good. I'm the true leading actor of my life. Yes, everyone is the leading actor of their own story, of their own life. You are the leading actress in your life. How is the film? I hope it's not going to be a horror movie. Hope it's not a horror movie or some tragic Titanic movie. We don't want that type of movie. It is a joke. Tomek does lots of jokes there. Tomek does lots of jokes in here. That's good. We like his humor. I've got a good sense of humor, and I get into lots of trouble because of it. Say hello to Brazil. I've said hello to Brazil many times. Was it in a career? Not too sure what that is. Maturity. Probably got the auto correct. You need to change. If you want to be an actress in Hollywood, you need to avoid people like that dude. Totally. Actually, you want to do anything in the world, you got to avoid people like that. I want to be a I wanted, remember, the past tense. Because in the past, I wanted. I'm trying to improve my English, but it's difficult. Hajar, I know it's difficult at times. Don't worry, just keep going. Keep going. Because sometimes you feel like you are not advancing, you're not improving. But you are. in your brain, your subconscious. It's just like you are improving. And it is difficult at times, but don't worry. Keep going. Keep going. You've got this. You've got this. I wanted to be a detective. Okay. When people start doing like spamming like that, I just put them on timeout. So, where is it? There it is. Boom. Okay, we're gonna timed out. There it is. When people do that spamming, we just time them out. And so you wanted to be a detective, but I needed more centimeters. What? So you have to have a minimum height. But to be a detective, I'm assuming you're talking about the police force, not a private detective. A detective in the police force. And they require a certain height. Viviana! How's it going, Vivi? So you wanted to be a detective. So there's a height thing. Okay. You can still be a private detective in your free time. You know that. You can do it. I believe in you, Vivi. I believe in you. Be a private detective. Investigate. Find that truth. And now I'm an engineer. Cool. That's awesome. Brian says, this is the first time online with you. Your slides help so much. I'm so happy. Thank you. Spam dude got timed out multiple times. I want everyone to hate me, so I'm thinking of being a politician. You'll get a lot of money. I want a profession where everyone hates me. I'm going to be a politician. It's also the profession where you get lots of money. A lot of money. Except in New Zealand. But yeah, there are many countries like that. How often do I give live lessons? This, more than a lesson, is like a relaxed conversation with everyone. And I do these relaxed conversations sometimes like once a week. Sometimes on the weekend, my time. Sometimes on Friday night, your time. But once a week. At the same time, usually the same time, the same day. Depends. But remember, if you click the subscribe button or follow on Twitter, it appears. I let people know, like 2 or 3 days before. Or football referee. Oh, yes, a football referee. Would you like to be a professional football referee? The people is like, they're like, you get lots of hate. One of the teams are not gonna like what you do. That's one of those careers. Brian says, you should make a video teaching how you make this kind of stuff. I mean, an interactive lesson. It would help some teachers in Brazil. I do this, but I do it. Let me just have a look. I show. 1 second. I just got to find something. Here. Let me have a look. Oh. I'm trying to find it. Is it this one? Here, I'm just looking for something. Just to help teachers, I actually do that. There. Okay, this is what you want. What I do for the teachers, or for different people, here it is. This here. On sometimes Mondays or Tuesdays, New Zealand time, I show exactly how I create my lessons for the videos. And at the same time, it's not just for teachers. What I do is I have the camera like this. I have the computer right here. And what I do is I create the next video. You see me creating the video, designing, thinking. And at the same time, you have students come in and they just chat with me. Sometimes teachers come in and they chat with me. Sometimes there's no one. Sometimes there's a group. It depends on the day. And it's the opportunity for the members of the channel to interact, to say hello, to talk, and at the same time, to see how I do things. Because at the moment, I use Adobe Illustrator to create everything. So I show everyone what I do. So yeah, that's what I do. So that's one of the benefits of joining the YouTube channel. It also helps us out. Where else is there? Where are you from, Ekim? I'm from New Zealand. I'm from my mother. No, I'm from New Zealand. I see, many thanks. Do you give personalized classes? No, Gust. I don't give personalized classes because I prefer to help, instead of individual people, one-on-one, I prefer to help many people. I prefer to use my time creating videos, lessons, charts that will help millions of people instead of 1 or 2 people. Because my objective is to help as many people as possible around the world, teachers and students. That's my objective. That's my goal. What else we got there? Hello, Hossein. I appreciate that. What is the difference between teacher, professor, and mister? Okay, a professor is normally associated with university. A university professor. They teach people at university. Teacher is a generic term for, you can teach English, teach mathematics, science, you can be a school teacher, and it can be it's a generic, but professor is normally associated with university in English-speaking countries. And Mr. is nothing to do with language teaching. Mr. is, I am Mr. Woodward. This is Mrs. Woodward. This is Master Woodward. No one uses Master. Mr. is just what some people put before their name. It's not used to talk about a teacher, okay? Can you do a video of giving directions, Roberto? That is on my list. That is on my list. It's one that I want to do. That is something that I want to do. I always get lots of, every day I get a suggestion. Some are repeated. I have a list of 500 topics that people have asked for. If I create one video every week, which I do, I should finish that list in 10 years. Just saying. But what I'm giving preference to are topics that the members of the Woodward English channel, the members of those, they sometimes recommend topics, so I do those when I can. But also I'm focusing on lessons. I'm going to start focusing on more basic lessons to help people improve their level. But what I do, yeah. So, but the giving directions one is one that's near the top of my list. I'm like, oh, I have to do it, I have to do it, I have to do it. And then I get sidetracked. Okay. Good job. Keep it up. Oh, thanks. Can you do a video about giving directions? And I need to work with that, please. Yeah, it will happen eventually. What is the difference between supposed to and supposed to? Supposed to, the D. That's what it's like the same with used and used to. Let me see if I can find it. It's the same as the difference between... I'll see if I can find it. I have a lesson about that. I have a lesson. Look for this lesson on YouTube. Because we're talking about another topic at the moment, about this topic here. Look for this. Used to versus used to. Or just look for this one. Used to. Put that in the search in the YouTube channel and you'll find it. It'll explain the difference. Well, you didn't read it out loud. I did read it out loud. But when people spam, I ignore the rest. Thanks a million for helping all students over the world. No problem. That's what we're here for. Let's continue with some other questions. We've talked about YouTube. Is it a career? Why do many kids say they want to create a video game when they grow up? Let's copy that. And is this a good thing? Let's look at this one. We're talking about kids when they grow up. Here it is. Here it is. Create. Why do so many kids say, okay, I gotta make a correction there on my website. Why do so many kids say they want to create video games when they grow up? Why do they do that? I like this lesson because I can practice my listening and writing. That's why we do it. What does stack mean? You can search that on stack. It's a pile of things, a group of things, like one on top of the other. It's a stack. It has different meanings, but that's one of the meanings. So why do many kids say they want to create video games when they grow up? Anyone got an answer for this? Who can answer this? Your opportunity to practice your writing. Why? A lot of kids, they don't realize, because of the money they can make from it. Money, singular. Or the income. Money, we never have it as plural because it is uncountable. It's an uncountable word. Because it is cool. Because it is cool. It's a big business right now. Well, you're very right, Daron. I hope I say that well. Because they love video games and fun. Okay. Where have I got a search on my thing? Videos. Have I got a search on my... Ah, here it is. This is actually something important. Here, look at this. This is a video. Copy link address. Here it is. This is about the difference between fun versus funny. Check it out. There's a difference. Fun means you have a good time. Funny means it makes you laugh. There's a big difference. So kids think it is fun. It means you have a great time. This topic is interesting because I practice my vocabulary and listening. That's awesome. Because they want to create games for other kids to have fun in their free time. Yeah. They will create many videos when they grow up. Could you tell the difference of getting older? No, we're staying on the topic. Getting older versus on. We're staying on this topic at the moment. When it's simple, I can sometimes explain it. I think they want to be famous. Okay, being a YouTuber or something like that, probably. In the UK, sometimes they say money's for fun. Yeah, they do. But it's not correct. Thanks a lot for clearing our doubts. No worries. So, look at this one here. Now, it's interesting. The video game industry is larger than the film industry now. From memory. Video games, make more money than movies. For example, one popular game, which is GTA 5, it's a famous game. Or was it Grand Theft Auto 5? I think they've got like, from one video game, they've earned $7 billion. Not million, $1 billion. $7 billion. This is like a year or two ago, so now it's probably more. 7 billion? How much money did the Avengers make? 2-3 billion? Titanic? $1 billion? Star Wars? $1 billion? This video game, 7 billion. So yes, and that's just one game. There are many other games out there. You're thinking about, there are so many other games out there. So yes, this is, but I think the kids are not doing it because of the money. I think the kids, when they want to create video games when they grow up because they think it is fun. They think it is fun. I presume that they don't think about the effort and skills that it requires. Exactly. But only about the income. That is so true. They don't realize about the coding that they need and the design and the effort. All of the effort that is needed. Like, 3D modeling of the monsters or whatever. There is so much work that goes into creating a video game. What else is there? I think they just want to be famous. When they're kids, they're not able to do things that they love to do. So when they grow up and they're out of the censorship of their parents, that's an interesting idea. Like, don't play the video games as much. Don't do that. So like when they're older, it's like, haha, I'm going to play games. But as a job, they don't realize that to create a video game, there's so much more that needs to be done. Behind the scenes. You got the marketing, you got the community managers, you've got the people that fix the bugs, and then there is a bug and they've got to fix that one, and then you've got the maintenance of the servers around the world. There's so many things involved. Are you going to save the stream? Yes, I always save the streams. Almost, pretty sure, always. Yeah. Can you help me to the difference between slang and idiom? Not today, because today we're staying on this topic here. Okay? Just like very quickly, like slang is informal language. Informal. Idiom is like the classic. It's raining cats and dogs. That's people will understand that. But no, that's just like a very quick look at it. Kids want to create games because they want to earn money and have fun at the same time. But they don't realize it's not always fun doing coding work. Sometimes, like when I'm working on my websites, I'm like, oh, it can be boring sometimes. Like doing the coding part of the website, it's like, But yeah, but the result. Hello, Mohammed. How's it going from Algeria? I believe the government should implement some strict rules for those making games, as in the long run, it brings many negative impact. On children physically and mentally. Some games too, they do that. Some games are positive, some aren't. And Jorge says, nowadays there are many possibilities for people to achieve their dreams because there's so many sites to learn new things. And that is true. That is true. With, for example, if you want to learn anything, you can do it on YouTube. I learned many things. If I have a problem learning how to do something, for example, I have a problem with my website, and I didn't go to university to learn how to do websites. I just learn from experience. I'm like, how do I do this? And sometimes I go to YouTube. It's like, type in my problem, and usually there is an answer. As Jorge said, there are so many things you can learn on YouTube. Even if you have a job now that you don't like and you want to do something else, you can often learn about it on YouTube. There's so many things you can do. So it's just a great way. So the game, there are some games that like the kids, I think it's more than the games. It's more than maybe the parents allowing the kids to like, just play the game. I don't care. It's usually the parents' responsibility more than the government. Because the parents, they should say, don't spend 24 hours playing that game. You should sleep. You should eat. A lot of parents have the responsibility in that. So there are many ways that you can learn. And the Joker says, hello, Rob. I have a question. When will we play some games? I'm going to be playing games tonight on Twitch, I think. Yeah. If you ever want to join in, just remember, join in. Can you speak past simple? Sometimes I use the past tense simple, like I wanted. That's past simple. And now you can learn cooking or web developer or create video games. You can learn these. You can learn how to create video games. So if you have kids and they want to create video games, say, learn about it on YouTube. and if you produce a game by the end of the year, I will give you something. And then they discover, oh, it's a bit more difficult than I realized. I thought it was more fun. Kids are very active at that age, yes. I've never played one single game. I see it as an enemy, really. Man, we play games on this YouTube channel. They're not all bad. There are many games to help you learn. There are many games to help you learn. It's an addiction, yep. Many people are addicted to games, and they're like, oh, but that's the responsibility of parents and the will of the person. You think it's far worse than drugs and alcohol? Could be. Please slowly pronounce the phrase, I wanted to be, beep. I wanted. When a verb ends in T or D, for example, I'll show you this one. Wanted. This is a good one. Wanted. Oops. And needed. Look at this. So when a word ends in a D or a T like this, the pronunciation is of the ED is like this. Id. So the past simple tense or simple past tense. So the ED we say wanted, needed. Okay, wanted, needed. So if a verb ends in T or D, has the pronunciation id, needed, wanted. But all of the rest, the other ones, have a pronunciation of sometimes D or T. It depends on the last letter. Now, what I recommend is ED pronunciation. Okay, see. I'll put a link to my video about it, and this will help you a lot. Copy. Oh, I created this a long time ago. I created this 5 years ago. Ouch. Here it is. That is the pronunciation of ED. That's a good video to watch. That's a quick explanation. I wanted to be a president. No. By the way, do you recommend any YouTube channels for us? We can depends what you want to learn. It all depends. Hello, NJ Glimpse Rocks. Good morning, teacher. I'm so late. What time is it there? It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, probably. What's the difference? We're on the topic of professions between cooker, baker, and chef. Okay, a baker makes bread or bakes bread and pastries. They work in a bakery, a shop that attends the public. They sell pies, pastries, and they put things in an oven. If we saw the last live lesson, we talked about oven. A chef is a professional cook, and they work in a restaurant, and they design dishes, they design plates, and they create art with food type thing. And a cooker is a person that cooks. Cooker isn't used very much. It's just a person that cooks. Hello, Helena, hello. I wanted to be a smart person. And did it happen? Your favorite ones about teaching or learning languages, especially English. Honestly, I don't watch any other channels about learning English. I don't need to. I concentrate on mine. It's nearly 8 p.m. there, Basketball. Okay. It's getting late. It's getting late. Some people it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So the joker about learning languages. Actually, what I'm going to talk about other languages. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. 1 second. Trying to find it. Open a new tab. Hopefully it doesn't start them. Ooh, don't want that one. I'm just going to find something. Something that I'm going to start doing a bit later. I haven't created any content on there yet. Is... Dun dun. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Here. Boom. Okay, just be 1 second. I'm just typing it to see so that I can type it in the chat. Oops, not that one. Boom. Perfect. Here we go. Look at this one. This is a great one. On this one, I'm going to I'll be creating content to learn other languages. And I've got some for English and Spanish, and there's going to be Italian and French and Arabic and other ones appearing hopefully soon. Your videos are the best. Thank you. Greetings from the Ukraine. Hello, Tatiana. Thanks for the channel and the great materials. That's good. Thank you so much. Hello, Alejandra. I don't know if I'm the best teacher. I'm just a teacher here, Halina. I'm just a teacher. Are you learning any languages at the moment, teacher? Oh, yeah. I'm learning lots of languages. And this is where I learn my languages, on this place. I actually create chart. You know what I do for English? I'm starting to create charts and things for other languages. Yeah, so there it is. You go check it out. Oh, it says Electro Games. Oh. So what other things have we got there? We're going to wrap this up. You're a great typer, just so fast as I do. I could just like... Drip. I did that. Yeah, I learned how to do that a long time ago. So I think that is all we have to talk about today. Okay? Any last questions or thing you'd like to say? Remember, next week we're going to do something. I can't remember what it is. I put it in the community for the members. And it was, I think next week we're going to do, we're going to talk more about professions and what does, for example, we're going to do some talking about the following next week. For example, we're going to do this type of thing. What does a deep do? We're going to talk about professions. For example, what is this person here? This person is, for example, a teacher. So we're going to learn lots of vocabulary about professions. For example, what does a teacher do? What does a teacher do? So we're going to say, you know, what does a teacher do? And this is where we're going to learn more vocabulary. You know, what does a teacher do? A teacher, we're going to learn the structures and things. What does, or this one here, what does a pilot do? So we're going to learn all about different vocabulary associated with professions and occupations and everything like that. So that's what we're going to do. So, teacher, do you make live lessons on the weekends? Yes, almost every weekend. You've been very helpful. Thank you very much for today's lesson. Okay, yep, so we're going to finish now. Thank you, everyone, for coming along, joining in. It's time to hit the hay. Thanks for today. Take care and stay safe. You too, Tomic. Sleep well. And until next time, it's always great when you turn up and help out in the chat. It's always appreciated. What time? Same day, next week, probably. But what I recommend is click the subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll get a notification. And also on Twitter, if you follow it on Twitter, Let me see if I can... Twitter. Where is it? It'll be somewhere. Yeah, but anyway, follow on Twitter. You'll find it. So just follow Woodward English on Twitter, and I usually let people know. On Instagram, I let people know when it is, the time, and there's a countdown. So this is the topic next time. Yes, Tatiana, it's a good topic. Thank you, The Joke, for dropping by. I missed the class today, and we'll see you next week. Good, we'll see you next time, Nilofer. Thanks a lot. Good night, Mirad Mad. Thank you, Darun. Thank you, Alejandra and Ikem and everyone. I'm not on Twitter. It's on Instagram, or the easiest is just subscribe to the channel and put notifications. That's the best way. Have a nice day, everyone. Exactly. Everyone, have an awesome day. Thank you for coming by, and we will see you next time. I will be in the chat just for a little moment more, okay? Just to say goodbye, to read everyone. And until next time, have an awesome day.